Well, the rumor mill is all abuzz with retardation.
What the fuck are you talking about? I hate your channel. I hate you. You should die.
Because that's exactly what people would say about me. I feel it already. But for real, the rumor mill is alive and well. The new rumor is PlayStation 5 is coming in 2018. What makes anybody believe this, you might ask? Because a video game analyst by the name of Damien Thong, literally, that's his last name. I would have changed that shit so fucking fast if that... But anyway, this video game analyst, who I've never heard of before, has stated that Sony will put out the PlayStation 5 in 2018 to compete with the Xbox Scorpio. He also then went on to say that with the success of Horizon Zero Dawn, blah blah blah, this will be a move for PlayStation to solidify its install. I sat there and I thought to myself, if this guy's a video game analyst, I should be one, because it doesn't seem like it takes a lot. It really doesn't. You make some bold ass predictions and hope some of them stick. I mean, when you think about Nostradamus, for every 1 to 2 quatrains he got right, the fucker had 100 that were wrong. And the only thing people are going to remember you for is the shit you get right. Remember that other video game analyst, the one who said PC gamers are like Nazis? He also said that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One would be the last consoles to ever be released. Then the Xbox One S came out, and then the PlayStation 4 Pro, and now we have the Xbox Scorpio. So once again, it proves that video game analysts don't know shit. They don't. A guy on YouTube, i.e. be me, knows more than them. So of course, Boogie2988 does a video. I didn't bother watching it. I then saw Stone Fox Media did a video on it, but then Stone Fox Media, that motherfucker sipping console Kool-Aid on such a level, I'm surprised his ass ain't got diabetes. But the rumor is the PlayStation 5 will have 10 teraflops of compute units of whatever, right? I'm sitting there like 10. Fucking GTX 1080 Ti is at 10.8 right now, and the Titan's at 11. PlayStation won't be at 10 teraflops until like the 6th iteration tops, when the technology gets cheap enough for that shit to happen. There's no way. And what do you think it's going to be priced at if this rumored console were to exist? What, $499 tops? How would it be powered? What would the CPU be? It's not feasible right now from a monetary standpoint. And I'm sure someone will sit there and go,
Gundam, they don't pay full price for the hardware, you fucking idiot.
no fucking shit they don't. Still, it isn't fucking profitable. Look what the fuck happened with PlayStation 3. That was one of the first consoles to actually be competing with computers at the time it dropped. And it damn near killed Sony. They were selling it at what, a $200 loss a pop? They're not doing that shit again. That would end Sony. Everybody needs it. This shit isn't real. This is bullshit. And what the fuck CPU would it run on? Let me guess, Ryzen? It'd probably have to run on Ryzen 2, and you'd have to sit there and hope Ryzen 2 is cheap as shit, cause it won't be to put in a fucking console, even at bulk. So if Sony were to put out the PS5 in 2018, it would only piss off its user base. It wouldn't continue the install base, it would alienate it. I think anyone who just bought a PS4 Pro, considering it came out in November of last year, but literally, what, 4 or 5 months ago, and you're gonna tell me that there's this talk of PlayStation 5, it's not feasible, it's not logical, this analyst doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. If this happens, I could totally see people getting pissed. Why, you might ask? Considering the PlayStation 4 came out, is 2 years old. And then they put out the PS4 Pro because, let's face it, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were grossly underpowered. They were released too early. But the console manufacturers did not want to keep living off of PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Those two consoles had the longest lifespan of any console in recent fucking memory. Usually consoles last 5 years. We got almost 10 years out of those two fuckers. So anyone who wasn't old enough to remember what console lifespans were before PlayStation 3 and Xbox One got spoiled and got into this really ridiculous thought process that consoles lasted longer than PCs. And in a way, depending on whoever the PC maker is, a console can last longer than a PC, or it cannot. There are a lot of people who are still using what? GTX 660s and 680s on the 2500K CPU that are getting better visual fidelity than consoles right now. So essentially those fuckers have had more life out of their PC than your PlayStation 4 got until PlayStation Pro dropped. It's something to think about. It all depends on the person whether a system lasts longer than a PC. Point noted, if Sony were to do this, a lot of people would be alienated. No questions, no bones about it. Sure, there'd be people who are early adopters and lose their mind because, like everything, there are the avid believers, zealots, and followers. Hell, Tom Cruise will sit here and talk to you all day about Scientology if given the opportunity. He carries around a Scientology book. If you believe in something that motherfucking hard, you're gonna follow it. But for those who aren't diehard Sony fans, PlayStation 5 would really burn some fucking asses. The analyst didn't even tell you what the CPU would be, didn't tell you how much RAM, so obviously he's talking out of his ass. Maybe he saw like the GTX 1080 Ti and saw those 10 teraflops and he figured, this is a very powerful graphics card and it's big right now. PlayStation has 4 teraflops and the Xbox One's gonna have 6. So if this graphics card has 10, then the PlayStation 5 will obviously get 10 as well to outdo the Xbox. I'm a genius. I'm a soothsayer. Who knows what the guy's thought process was? But with these sort of wild and outlandish claims, to me it seems utterly ridiculous. And the fact that anyone would give it credence is also ridiculous. Now there are some people, like StoneFox Media, who is saying, 2018, I don't think so, but 2019, I can see it happening. No. And yes, Sony isn't into making money, but Sony isn't into shooting itself in the foot. They've learned from that mistake. That's it. I'm gonna be a fucking video game analyst. Let's make that happen, people. Let's push me for video game analyst. I'm gonna give you some predictions right now. Anita Sarkeesian will put out another Tropes Against Women video within the next 6 months to a year. AMD's graphics card will come out and I'll slap my cat in his face. AMD's graphics card will come out and it won't live up to some people's expectations, while other people will love it.
Gundam is a prophet.
Nvidia will release the 11 series graphics cards in 2018.
How does he know this?
Nintendo will not apologize for the Switch until everybody gets really pissed off.
It's as if he has a window to the future.
PewDiePie will do something else that's slightly racist, and people will be displeased with him.
How is he not rich by picking the winning lotto numbers? He never misses the mark.
YouTube will change its algorithm yet again and piss off a lot of people. It'll fuck some stuff up, but in the end, the big YouTubers will still make money, and I still won't make a cent.
He's the magic man.
When the Xbox Scorpio launches, it'll have no fucking exclusive games.
He has his pulse on the future.
Richard Revealed Tech USA will do another clickbait video within the next 3 weeks.
It is a miracle that he has not been killed by the Romans and put on the cross.
When the PlayStation 5 does launch, it won't be 10 teraflops. It'll probably be maybe 6.
God bless his soul.